Hello everybody and welcome once again to this episode of iRacing. This is Neil Williams of Team VVV. So we're going to be having a look at round number 8 of my iRacing career. And just before we do that, just have a quick look at the hosted screen. So it's one of my favorite places to go on iRacing because you can drive pretty much any car here. So if you want to drive the rough for a Formula 1 car, anything like that, this is a place that you want to do it. So you can also host your own races here. Or join a hosted race if you want. Okay, so we'll move on to the first race, the 8th race of my iRacing career. So we're starting there on pole position, but you can see I'm just struggling to get the gears away, and luckily the driver behind me is he's been pretty patient and he's not actually running to the back of me, so I've been pretty lucky there. But once again, just messing up the gears, I still had this problem of not knowing how to start the race, and not knowing that I could actually change the gears when the lights come on. So you can slot the car into first gear when the lights come on, and then just hold the clutch in, and then release it and press the accelerator down when the race starts. So try not to make the same mistake that I've done there, and you'll see it's actually a bit of a recurring theme, unfortunately. So it's just one of those things that I had to learn. So you can see I've already dropped down to down to 6th position. Well, it was actually 7th until the first corner, and I managed to outbrake one of the other drivers into one of the corners there. So up to 6th position already. You can see the driver in 5th place there, he just has a bit of a wobble, so I managed to go around him on the outside there. So up to 5th place, and so we've gained 2 places already on the first lap, and we're already having a look at the driver in 4th position there. So you can see he's just lost, he's just gone sideways a little bit there, and I've managed to gain on him coming up to this is what it's the rainy straight, and coming up to the corkscrew hairpin. Not enough pace and not enough time to actually make a move around him there, and pretty tricky anyway around the corkscrew, but he's run a little bit wide then. He's had a bit of a slow exit out of the corkscrew. Then I've managed to go around the outside, so we're up into 4th position already, and we're going to see, well, basically you can see the drivers ahead, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. They've already pulled quite a big gap on us already. So just going to try and see if we can do anything about this gap during the rest of this race. And so we're just coming up there to complete the first lap, and as we do that, we're going to skip through, go straight through to the second lap, as you can see. So we've already managed to gain a bit of time on the 3rd place driver there. So as we come down to the Andretti hairpin once again, this corner, I did say my recommendation is to take it in 3rd gear. I've noticed some of you on YouTube are saying that it's optional, and that you can actually use 2nd gear. So you can use whichever gear you want. I just find 3rd gear works really well for me. So we've moved on to the 3rd lap now, and you can see we've really made some good gains on the driver in 3rd place there. So we're going to be having a look around him and just trying to put him under pressure. You can see 2nd and 3rd position as well, not too far away. So we've gained on all of them. I think for this race I actually went out and improved my qualifying time as well. So as time goes on, and the more you learn about the physics of the simulator and how the car works and all that kind of stuff, then you can gradually improve your qualifying time. Because as time goes on, you'll come up against faster and faster drivers. So you want to improve your qualifying time so you can start as high up as possible. And you can see they're really gaining on the driver in 3rd place. And this left-hander is so tricky. Very easy to lose the rear end of the car. You can see I just had to make a slight minute correction there, because you can see the back end was just stepping out. So coming up to the corkscrew hairpin once again, and you can see we've just gained up really nicely on the back of him there. And I'll be trying to have a look around him as quickly as possible. As soon as I can spot a chance, then I'll be having a look around him. So and you can see there he's just running a little bit wide, just loses the back end just a little bit, and we've managed to gain on him a little bit there. And you can see I've just braked a little bit earlier than he has. He's actually gone a bit deep, and what that does is he's actually lost the back end a little bit. And there you go. We've already made a move down the inside. So pretty quickly, I don't want to waste any time, because the drivers in 1st and 2nd position, they're quite a long way ahead of us. So as long as I can defend this position going down into the 1st hairpin, then it should be fine. So I don't want to be, I don't want to be leaving the door too wide open for him. But I think he's probably just made a slight error, maybe missed a gear or maybe a late change or something like that. So he's lost a little bit of ground on us, the driver in 4th position. So I haven't had to defend too much going into the hairpin there. So yeah, so just having a look and just see if I can catch up to the guys in first and second position. Definitely gaining on them a little bit there, and still a bit of time. This is only the 4th lap of the race so far, so you'll be looking at a 10-lap race for this one. And the race is normally around about 15 to 20 minutes long, and yeah, just trying to push, and you can see back down into 3rd gear there, and then back up to 4th. Well, trying to get back up to 4th. The gear has been my nightmare, even in real life. So if you watch the GT Academy, you'll see it's something that I actually struggled with quite a lot. And you can see there that 2nd place has gone off. Actually, both of them have gone off, but 2nd place has actually spun. So we've gained up on him there. Sorry, we've gained a position on him there, and close up to 1st place. So 1st place driver, you can see we're still trying to put him under pressure, still trying to gain on him. And so we're coming up to the 3rd gear left-hander there, and there you can see just gaining even more time on him. He nearly loses the back end, and that's really helped us there. So we've really managed to gain a lot of time on him there, and there's probably saved me around about a lap's worth of driving to gain up to the back of him, and we've really closed up to the back now. So going to be trying to have a look and see if there's a way around him, but the corkscrew hairpin, as I've said before, very, very tricky to try and get around anyone through there. Very easy to lock up the brakes and go off, and you can see just sliding sideways there as the car gets light over the brow of the hill. And so now we've lost a bit more time on him again, and we're going to have to try and close that gap up on him once again. So we move forward to the 6th lap of the race. And again, just trying to close up to the back of him there, and you can see he's sideways quite a lot. So he's definitely pushing quite hard, and yeah, it's probably just feeling the pressure a little bit of having someone behind you. So I don't know if you've experienced any kind of racing, especially iRacing. When there's somebody behind you, you're more likely to make mistakes. Also, when you're trying to put somebody under pressure who's in front of you, you're likely to make a few mistakes there as well. So you have to just try and be a little bit careful. At this stage, we've improved our position a lot. We've gained a lot of positions, and we're nearly back up to where we started. So we started off in pole position, and now we're up into 2nd place after falling right down into 7th. So just trying to see if I can put him under pressure. Sometimes just having your presence, just your presence behind somebody is enough to put them under pressure and make them make mistakes. As you can see there, he's lost the back end of his car quite a lot. And so we've managed to close right up to the back of him once again. Not close enough to make a move just yet, but we will be having a look pretty soon. And you can see just with the slipstream and having a good run off the previous corner, managed to close up on him again. And again, he's probably run quite bit too deep into the corner there, and just losing the back end on the exit of the corner, and we've closed right up to the back of him there. Can't make a move through here, it's too fast. There's no actual braking point through there. Sometimes you might just want to dab the brakes and then you want to go through, but you can actually go through there without using the brakes at all. Sometimes what I do is just lift off before I get into the corner, and that should be enough to reduce the speed to be able to take a good line through those corners. So yeah, just trying to put him under pressure to see if we can force him into any kind of mistakes. And as you can see there, he just runs in a little bit deeply again, just loses the back end slightly. And I'm thinking about having a look down the outside, but he's closed the door on us there. So, and what that's done is it's forced me into a bit of a mistake there. So I've missed my gear, and again missed the gear one more time. So just be careful with that. Time in the gear is really important. As you can see, I've lost a whole lot of time on him already, and as you can see, just clipped the curb on the inside there, the big red curb on the inside, and actually made contact with the tire wall there. So I don't think it's actually damaged the car that much, so I'm able to carry on as soon as I can find a gear. So yeah, and just struggling once again. And that is going to be, I think that's 5th place, and that's 5th place. He's come through, and so we're going to have to try and regain as much time as possible. The leaders have probably gone way too far up. There's only one more lap after this one, so no chance of catching anyone in 4th place, but there's still a chance to get 5th here. So I'm gonna try and make my way through. I've got one lap to do it. I'm close enough to do it. Just need to make sure I'm nice and consistent through the rest of this race. And we'll come up to the final hairpin of the track. So this is going to be a 2nd gear left-hander, and then you can see we've had quite a good run onto the corner there. So try and gain up onto the back of him and try and find a way through for during the rest of this lap. So we're coming up, and this is the last time. You can see 100 miles an hour through there, and then down to the hairpin and just brake, change down. You can hear the gears grinding one more time. So I don't really know why that is, but every time I change down to third in that corner, it always grinds the gears for some reason, but doesn't lose any time. Just one of those things. It could actually make you miss a gear if you don't actually time your gear changes properly. So closing up onto the back of him there, and this is one of my favorite sections of the track. If you get a good run off of here, then you can actually throw the car down the inside, and you can see we're nice and close on him there, and then just pull out on the last second of entering the corner and manage to make a nice outbraking maneuver on him there. And as I said, remember, this is the last lap of the race, so just try and maintain this position until the end of the race. And here's my little nemesis again, this corner, and as you can see, just touched the rear end on the sand there, and this is a massive accident this time, so the car would have had a lot of damage here, unfortunately. But just try and make it through to the end of the race. And you can see we're still in 5th position. Well, not for much longer, so 6th, we've dropped down to 6th place right there. And see, hopefully we'll be able to maintain this position until the end of the race. So not a great race this time. Was turning out to be quite fun, having to fight my way through the race. But yeah, at this point in time, back down to 6th place. And you can see the car just far too damaged there. And then one more spin. Yeah, just having another spin there. When the spin can end. When the spin ends. And so just try and find first gear again there. And just try and drag it through to the end of the race. So this is the last lap of the race, don't forget. So I'm just going to try and nurse the car home to the end of the race. And yeah, 6th place, so not great, but at least we've still managed to, get a few points. And I probably, despite those spins, still would have maintained my license as well. So important to finish the races. So yeah, just crossed the line there. And that's going to be that. And so that's the 8th race of my racing career. Enjoy me soon.